Hello, my dear friends, welcome to the channel. I'm so excited to be here today, and of course, I'm happy that you're tuning in to learn with me. So, as I always tell you, what are we going to be talking about? This is life experience lessons. The channel is just for us to learn how to improve our lives. Most of the time, in this world, there's a lot of things going on, and we are caught with the destination. And life is not about where we are heading. Life is about what we are doing today because that determines if you are going to reach where we are going or not. So, on this channel, we're going to be discussing all these lessons. To just give you a little bit about me, I've been a street child for 5 years. So, I understand what it means to be all the way to the bottom of the community. I understand how it feels to not be able to go to school, how it feels to eat food from the garbage, how to feel to not have anything apart from when you sneak in, try to steal it or beg for it. Most of the time you never get it, or if you get it, you are caught and you're thrown in jail. There's a lot more problems coming in. But how do we solve now the problems in a positive way and we start moving our life just on the same direction as what God wants us to do? That's it. So from the street, I was able to go to the life that I had to go back to school. I had to graduate my high school. Then won a scholarship to go to university. Graduated, had a job. Right now, I'm a proud father. I'm a husband. I'm a founder and executive director of Share Love Rwanda, a non-profit that is doing amazing work to support the children living on the street, just in the same life as I used to live. I'm happy that I'm just all the way living the dream that I wanted to have. In 2012, that's when I had a dream of creating the organization that is now supporting the children who are just in the same situation like how I was. How cool is that? It is just a God-given gift. But how do we attract what God created us to do? It's only time when you believe in God and you walk towards what you believe is your destination for life. I always tell people it is hard to just see the destination. And that is easy because in the world there is a lot of valleys and mountains, and that's how life is. So the fact that you don't know what is behind the mountain next to you, it doesn't mean there is no good things over there. It only means you need to first walk, climb, and go to the mountain summit, all the way to the top. And you're gonna see what is behind there. And you know what? Sometimes God is just protecting you. Some of us, depending on where you were born, depending on your own life experience, you might be scared when God tells you, like, hey, Amani, this is what you're going to be accomplishing. You'll be like, just me? The guy who was on the street? The guy who was born just in a poor family and had no experience of what it means to be an executive director? I would be scared and I would be doubtful because I would not see myself in the category of such people. But God just did it. And I'm the guy who never regrets about my past because all those things that happened to my life were part of my learning experience. And I've been able to just consume all those lessons, bring them here, so people like you, people like your children, your family members can be able to learn a little bit more of what it means to live the life that you're living today and in regarding to the effect of what it has for your tomorrow. I always tell people, never worry about your life of tomorrow. If you can put your present in order, your future is going to be right away in order, and you will have no issues with that because everything that you're doing today is a direct effect of what is going to happen for your life tomorrow. If your today sucks, just know that tomorrow is gonna be sucking way much more. If your today is online and you're ready to do what you're supposed to be doing, just know that your tomorrow is going to be very perfect. So, what do I have today as just an introduction of what is going to happen in the future? That's the big thing. But let's talk about one little thing that we are going to base our discussions on this channel. We are going to look at the big future or the big vision. What is your calling and what has God given you to accomplish in life? Everybody that is on this planet, that is like on this world, your main purpose of life is to serve. Are you serving the right people in the right way? That's the question that we shall always be asking ourselves. Because this is what happens. Your life is given to you so that you can live a purposeful life. But most of us, we find ourselves, we are not living our purposeful life because we are caught up with daily challenges and we forget that they are just the challenges, not the things that should stop us from pursuing our big dreams. Once you get your future, you're ready. That's the number one big thing in life. So let me just summarize these 5 things that should be guiding your life if you really want to attract your best future. The best thing, get your vision settled. You might not see a clear vision, but you might see the direction. So when you know the direction, that is easy, because the second thing is you're going to work backward, or some people call this reverse engineering. So you're going to work backward. If I want to be a successful doctor, what does it need me to be a doctor? I probably need to graduate from a very good university, a medical university. And then what does that take me to be there? You might find that you need to work on other things in order for you to be successful in that medical school. So that will help you get your habits, which is the third thing, the habits. Because it's not everybody that behaves like a doctor. You're going to have a way to behave. Just look at your life. If you desire to become somebody, maybe a very successful engineer, a very successful businessman or woman, are you behaving? Do you have the traits and behavior of such an individual, or you don't? So if you don't, it's hard to attract what they have attracted in their life if you cannot have that. So you're going to need to be knowing where you are, your habits you have today, and what do you need to remove in your life so that you keep going towards what you want. Otherwise, the world has a lot of distractions. If you don't stick to where you're heading, it is going to be easy to be caught like on a daily basis in different things that do not mean your life experience. So now it's your choice to know, are the habits that I have today really relevant to the life that I want to have in the future? If you want to be a good parent, just ask yourself, is this the way I'm behaving the way I want to see my son seeing me behaving? If not, think about that. Is the way I'm behaving the way I want my daughter to see me behaving, or maybe like see her behaving like that? You'll be like, oh no, I don't want my kid to be like that. Then you are not behaving the right way. Attract the habits. I see some of my friends, you go back home, you'll be, not my friends by the way, I see people I know, because some people who have been my classmates, my college mates, I just know those people, but they might not be my friends. But I see somebody, you go home drunk, and you're trying to discipline your children. You're trying to tell your children, you know what? This thing that you're doing is wrong. So, on which ground do you have the guts to say, like, someone else is doing something wrong when you have not yet fixed something big, very wrong with yourself? That becomes like self-sabotage. You're trying to mean like, oh, you know what? The things I'm doing are not good, but I don't do them, but I love doing them. What are you like portraying as a parent, as a role model? It doesn't work like that. So once you define your habits, then you also learn how to define your friends. You get to know who is your friend, because everybody doesn't deserve to be your friend. Once you know where you're heading, once you know your habits, then you need allies. You need people who are ready to understand where you're heading and who you can work together towards the same destination. Otherwise, when everybody is your friend, when everybody is entering into your life, it is going to be hard, because you cannot get advice from everyone. And you cannot give advice everyone. That's also different. But once you define who are your allies, not your friends. Your friends might be many, but your allies are just going to be very few people whom you're heading together and who are holding you accountable, and you're holding them accountable on the goals that you decide to do together. You might not have an outside friend. You might have your wife as your friend. You might have your husband as your friend. You might have your mom or dad as a friend. Or you might have your sister or brother as a friend. But you can also have two more people on the side who are outside and might be your friend, because they go beyond. And there are some people who be like, hey, what do you mean my mother cannot be my friend? Oh, your mother is your mother. Like your relatives, they're the people that will never go away from your life. So you just need to edit how your relationship with them affects your life. If someone is your brother and they don't agree with you on the vision that you want to have, on the vision that you're attracting in your life, meet them and don't discuss your vision, because they will just pull you back. If your parents have not yet grasped what you want to do in your life, meet them and have a family discussion, but not a vision discussion. If somebody has done you good and that you will never leave them away, then that is okay. Just have them in your life, but just know how to cut their relationship. Just know how far they can go in your life. That's like understanding who should be in your circle when you're attracting your big future. Then the last thing is going to be one thing. So once you decide who is your friend, once you decide what are your daily habits, what are your routines, and once you decide where you're heading, you have everything that you need to make a clear decision. And when I mean the relationship, when I say allies, that's where God comes in. You're going to also know the relationship you have with God, because God is the one that gives you your vision, gives you where you're heading, and gives you the purpose of life. So once you believe in God, you trust Him, and you know that He has given you all this power and the potentials to serve, you're going to be in a good position to make a very good decision that is going to contribute to your life. So my dear friend, that was kind of like introduction, but that was something that I just wanted to bring here. I know for some people this might have made a good sense. For some people, you just need the next video and the next video and the following one. So I just want to ask you a good favor. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that we keep learning together. I love you so much, and I just want to tell you this has been an inspiration for my 2025, But I just want to start today so that you get used. When we go to 2025, we are just not starting, we are just continuing. So I love you guys. I wish you many blessings. This is Amani. Again, share with your friends. Bye.